Hey, Myles here at Tactical Hyve, and it's Monday, so that means we're going to be covering a new topic, dry fire, and then work towards live fire on Thursday. And today what we're going to be working on is now moving into the draw and how you can actually increase the speed of your draw. So if you're interested, stay tuned. All right, so welcome back. My pistol's dry right now, and we have been working throughout this series from this compress ready position. And in a previous video, I talked about also marrying our hands. And it doesn't matter what type of draw you have. If you like to draw from here, there's going to be a certain point where you marry your hands. All of that is on purpose because we're now reverse engineering things. We started from here to compress ready and then started working our way towards the direction or the area where we actually meet our hands from the draw. Now we're going to be working the actual draw, but because all of us carry differently, I have different carry positions, may be wearing different garments, some of you may be outside the waistband, I can't just create one video that applies to all. So I'm not going to be covering the actual draw technique. Instead, what I'm going to be talking about are some things that can generally apply to any type of carry, any type of draw, and can actually make you faster. That said, I'm not going to overwhelm you. Remember, this series is about one, maximum 3 things per video. And so what we're going to be focusing on now are just a few things that, again, are going to help you speed your draw, no matter how you carry and whatever your draw technique is. When it comes to drawing your pistol from your holster, a lot of this can happen really dry. It really does all happen dry. All the skill sets, the muscle memory that you're building, you don't have to shoot around at all. And when it comes to drawing, the most important thing is establishing the proper grip. And that's what we're going to be focusing on today. You might be thinking, well, that doesn't help me increase the speed of my draw. I would beg to differ. The draw is going to start from having an excellent grip here, so that when you present, you know you're not worried about whether or not you have a flimsy grip. You know that you can push out quickly and your sights will be aligned. We already talked about that, right? Sights aligned by feel. I forget which week that was, so if you missed it, make sure to look at the playlist down below and find that video. So you already know if your sights are going to be aligned or your red dot's going to be aligned when your hands are together. If you had a flimsy grip from your draw, you're not going to have your sights aligned. So if you want to draw fast to a shot, increase your speed, you're going to have to make sure you have a good grip. So the first thing is this: we're not overwhelming you with all skills. You're going to defeat your garment if you carry concealed any which way you have learned, okay? If you're carrying outside the waistband, then you don't have to worry about that. So I'm not going to go over defeating your garment, but I'm just going to pull my garment here just so you can see. We are working on the actual draw. So what's going to happen is, as you defeat your garment, if you're a concealed carrier, you're also going to be looking to get a good grip, okay? So the first thing here is this. When you guys are gripping, depending on where you're carrying, you need to do everything you can to get the most optimal grip that you can on your pistol without actually drawing the pistol from your holster. So for me, as an appendix carrier, I can get my thumb around my body here. So now I actually literally have the pistol grip here even before drawing. Now, not everyone can do this. Some people will need to put their thumb right here on the back of the pistol, okay? Others may have a different technique, but the idea here is that you want to get as high and tight on your pistol grip as possible. The reason being, if you don't practice this and then you draw this way, you might mess up your draw and you might have that flimsy grip again when you begin to present. So the very first thing is to ensure that every time you do this, you can do it subconsciously in your sleep, where you can lift up your garment and automatically get that good grip. So if you're working 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, the same thing, you're just working to get that grip. The grip is going to be the start of your presentation and ensure that you can go full speed while still having good grip to get good accurate shots. So you absolutely cannot forget this and think that is just simple. So in terms of what we're working on is literally just trying to get that master grip. So now the dry fire exercise here is to isolate things. So if we already mentioned that you need to make sure you have a good master grip, do we need to practice all of this when we're dry firing to gain that speed? Yes, you can improve your draw speed from going from here to here, right, faster, but that's natural. That's very easy for anyone to do. And in the previous weeks, we've already been talking about that, right? Managing momentum, all of that stuff. So this is all stuff you should know. The next component here is getting your master grip. So in terms of what to do this week, you first want to find out the best position for your hand here. Everyone's gonna be a little different based on your care position, hand size, gun size, all that stuff. Now memorize what that is, where you wanna be. This is where we're going to go to try to get your hand as quickly as possible during dry fire. So as I talked about, we don't have to draw the whole time. Literally all I'd like you to do in the beginning, there's gonna be 2 levels of this dry fire, is defeat your garment, or if you don't have a garment, then just get your hand, your grip on your gun, and you're going to get that master grip. This is all you're trying to do, and you're trying to do it quickly. Okay, as quickly as you can, get a master grip. And if you are messing up, let's say I'm gonna do this one incorrectly. Look at this, see how there's a lot of space? That means I might not be there yet, and here's where you might need to slow down to ensure you're getting good reps first. Then I'm not looking, but if you need to look in the beginning, go for it. Okay, so and to ensure good solid reps. Then as you get comfortable, you can keep the same speed, try not to look at it, but just go same speed, just make sure you're getting a good grip. After that, then you can increase the speed, but you need to have a good grip. I'm doing this right now just so that you can see here, but not everyone can actually grip all the way around. You can see this, how my thumb comes around. You don't need to do that. Just with my body type and my gun, I can. But this is the dry fire drill to start, the first level. You're gonna defeat your garment or just grab your gun, getting a master grip, and you're going to do it quickly. Why? Because you guys already know how to do everything else. Once you pull this gun out, your hands are gonna marry, you know how to do that already. So now we're isolating an area where you can increase your speed, and that is ensuring that you can defeat your garment, grab your gun quickly, then present. Okay, now what I did there is going to be the second level. So after you've done this a number of times throughout the week, okay, you're going slow and then you begin to increase your speed any which way you want to draw, okay, outside, inside, 3 o'clock appendix. Now you're going to do the full draw. So from here, instead of just stopping here, you're going to actually draw and present out. All of that should not be new. We covered that in the previous videos. So this is why we strategically cover the topics in the order that we did. We're going backwards. So now, if you have a 15-minute dry fire session, you might do half this way, just getting your grip, and you're going to notice that when you start to do full presentation, you're actually going to have an easier time and you're going to have a solid grip because we worked on getting our grip for the first half of the training session right here. And you can actually speed it up. Remember, so start off slow, then from here, you could do this quickly. Then you could even do this. You could start off slow here with your draw, then little by little, you're going to increase the speed and just make sure you're maintaining a smooth motion. All right, so that's all we're working on in this video here. We're trying to establish a master grip and trying to establish it fast. That's the most important thing. And there's 2 ways of doing this, just isolating it and then adding the full presentation after you have a good grip. Do that about 3 times before your live fire session, about 15-minute sessions each, and that should fully prepare you for Thursday's live fire. So I hope you guys like that video. It is going to help you increase your draw speed because now you're going to be faster on the gun. And when you have a good grip, you'll be able to present with more confidence. So if you guys like the video, please give us a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on Thursday.